Good evening, guys. Everyone is looking at making phablets nowadays. So Karbonn has got along and made a device which is a 5.9-inch Android smartphone, and they call it the Ta-phone. I don't know if it's a good name or a bad name, but it's a dual SIM Android device. It's called the Karbonn A30 from Karbonn. It comes with an Android ice cream sandwich, a 1 GHz Cortex A9 dual core processor, WVGA capacitive multi-touch screen, and they call it the Swiss Army knife because they can do like tons of things on the box is what it says. But if you look at the side, you have a bunch of things. It has a gesture sensor, so you can wave your hand across the screen and it'll do a bunch of things for you. You have an 8-megapixel camera, does do face detection, etc, etc. And on the back you can see the further details, which I'm not going to bore you with. I'm going to bore you with the price. Now this is an MRP of 12,990, but I'm sure you can ask around and get a discount on this phone. You guys are really good with that. So I'm assuming that you can get it in the market for about 12,000 rupees. But you never know with devices nowadays. You might have to pay black as well. So in the box of the Karbonn A30, you get the phone along with a flip case. You get a charger, a USB to micro USB cable, and the earphones resemble the Apple earbuds that used to come before the earpods. So these are like the old generation of Apple earphones. You get the hands-free kit and documentation along with the simple white color back cover, which is an additional cover that they give in the box as well. So in case you don't want to use the flip cover, you can use the simple back cover. So let's take a quick look at the device itself. Now I'm going to remove it from the flip cover before I show it to you guys. So simply pull it out. And I'm going to talk about the flip cover first. So it is essentially a back panel that fits onto your device. It does have a cutout for the camera over here, and the charging port as well is being cut out from the phone. Cover, you do have the volume rockers inbuilt into the cover as well, so that's nice. And it does have a really nice feel to it. It does have a magnetic flip front to it as well. One thing that I really dislike about the cover is that they did not leave a cutout for the earpiece. So when you're talking on the phone, you'll have to either fold it back all the way or hold it open so that it keeps slapping your face. So one major flaw, they should have left a cutout for the earpiece, and this cover would have really made the phone look nice. Itself, without the flip cover, if I use the back cover, it's the same cover without a leather flip. You have the speakerphone cutout, the camera cutout over here. All your holes and cutouts are in place, and you also have the volume rocker inbuilt into the back cover, and you can simply lay the phone down into this cover as well. So here is the Karbonn A30 Ta-phone or tab phone or a phablet, whatever you guys like to call it. You can see the earpiece over here. You also have a 1.3 megapixel front facing camera. Now we do have an extensively large 5.9-inch display which is over here. It is a WVGA display, which is what I don't like about this device. Apart from that, they could have at least added a QHD display, which would have made the resolution somewhat decent, but this is a WVGA display. You have your menu button, home button, back button, and search button. So possibly it was made on gingerbread, but at present it runs ice cream sandwich. If I look at the right hand side, we have the power button, which is also the lock and unlock button. And if I look at the top of the device over here, you can see the 3.5mm headphone jack. If I look at the other side or the left hand side, when you're holding it from the front, you have the volume rockers located near your thumb. And if you're looking at the bottom of the device, you have a tab to pull out the back cover, the microphone pinhole, and the micro USB charging and data syncing port. If you're looking at the back, you have an 8-megapixel autofocus, tap to focus camera with facial recognition, etc. You have an LED illumination flash, and you also have a secondary microphone for noise cancellation as well as recording the audio while you're recording video. You have the speakerphones at the bottom and the Karbonn logo over here. If I remove the back panel, you can see our dual SIM card slots. So this is a 3G and 2G GSM SIM card slot. This is a standard 2G GSM SIM card slot, and you do have a micro SD card slot over here, which does accept up to 32GB micro SD cards. If I quickly pop in the battery, you can see that the battery is nice, large, flat, fits into the phone. And let's quickly put on this cover and see if we can power on this beast of a phablet. After the Christmassy music is done playing, I'm going to quickly unlock the device. So you can unlock it and you can see a really nice and large screen. Although the viewing angles on this display don't seem that great, and neither does the brightness, but you do have a flipboard widget really nicely located. The screen overall looks really nice in size, and you can see that I can scroll across a total of 5 home screens. I'm pretty sure you can customize them as well somehow, but right now I'm not aware of that. If I pull from the top, there was a slight bit of lag that I noticed over there. You do have your quick launch for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, etc., your volume controls, and if I go to the left, brightness, timeout, etc., your SIM card information. And if I quickly jump into settings over here and jump into about device, I'll be able to see that it's running Android 4.0.4. It's the Karbonn A30. Let's quickly jump into the dialer. There is a sort of customization done to the skin over here. So if I look at the dialer, somewhat sort of stock dialer, but a certain bit of customizations done by Karbonn. So you do have different looking icons, and the internet browser has an Internet Explorer icon as well. So strange. But let's look at the included applications. You have Yahoo Messenger, which is pre-installed. You have Flipboard, which is pre-installed. Facebook Economic Times application is pre-installed. Gesture mode is pre-installed. Karbonn Smart and Karbonn Smart Games is pre-installed. You also have Kingsoft Office, and you have Savan for music. You have a sound recorder. Times of India is pre-installed. Paytm is pre-installed. Next Gen TV is pre-installed. You also have something called a movie studio, which is pre-installed, and WeChat, WhatsApp is all pre-installed. Of course, you have your standard set of Google applications, including YouTube, Gmail, Google Plus, etc., which has been installed, I think. So that's a bunch of things that have been installed. Of course, you have tons of widgets that you can put on your device as well. Simply drag and drop, I'm assuming. So if I just want something, I can just pick and drop over here as well. So that's nice. Let's quickly open up the Internet Explorer looking browser application and see what it looks like. But I need to connect to the internet first. So now that we are connected to the internet, let's really fire up Internet Explorer. It's not really Internet Explorer, but that's what it looks like. You can see that we have a nice and large stockish keyboard over here. So I'm going to quickly open up with my left hand in a really awkward angle our website that we all know is iGyaan.in. Initially, it should load up the website in the mobile mode, and it should look fairly nice on this size of screen. But I'm not too sure if it will even go to the mobile mode, and if it will consider this as a tablet. If it falls into the tablet category, and it does, it will not load up the mobile mode. It will directly go to our website. In case anyone is wondering if you need to access the website on your cell phone, you can do it faster by going to m.igyaan.in to get the latest news really quick. It's optimized for all sort of home screens on mobile devices. So simply go to m.igyaan.in and you'll get that information. So as you can see, the full website loads up and it's very smooth. You can pinch to zoom in as well, very smooth indeed, and it looks really nice. Really enjoying it. So the screen is really nice and responsive. If I switch to landscape over here, you can see that it seamlessly switches to landscape as well. Again, pinching and zooming in seems fairly decent, if not good. When it is laying flat, you can see that it does have a slight bit of wobble over here. So the phone is not flat on the surface of the table, which can be irritating for some people. That's because of the camera bezel, which is slightly raised at the back. So when you lay your phone flat, it has this imbalance, which can be quite bothersome. But the display itself is nice. It loads up the full website in landscape as well, and you can zoom in and zoom out. So it looks good, looks really nice. No issues with that whatsoever. If I quickly load up a video to show you guys what it looks like, I'm going to go into the YouTube application and I'm going to look for one of our videos. Let's quickly search for iGyaan and let's load up the first video that shows up. Let's load up the LG Optimus video. We are loading up the video in high quality, so you should be able to see what it looks like. So a certain bit of things that I noticed on this video. First of all, the screen is quite washed out when you're looking at it, so the colors are not so great. And the video playback is also not really very smooth, so there was a bit of jerkiness in video being played back. And the colors are washed out. That's because the resolution of the screen itself is pretty low. It's a WVGA screen, and in a 5.9 inch size. So not so great. Audio is also sort of muffled, but we will go on with a full review and we will be checking out this device for you guys and coming back with a detailed review of whether this phone is worth it or not, or whether this size of phone is worth it or not. If I put it in the cover, if I put it in the flip cover, it still looks practical. I can carry it around, but then again, the fact that they didn't leave a cutout for the earpiece makes it slightly difficult, because if I need to open up the phone every time I am on the phone, it will make it really difficult. But as this, it's no larger than a Galaxy Note 2 in terms of size, and I don't mind that at all. But if I need to open it, you can actually look at what size of the screen it looks like, and it's quite disappointing when it comes to that. For 12,000 rupees, this is the Karbonn A30. We will be back with detailed gaming benchmarks and the camera quality video really soon. So until then, guys, you can leave your comments and questions in the comment section below, and check out full details of the Karbonn A30 on iGyaan.in. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and do subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. And until I see you next time, guys, it's been Buzz Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.